You take a loan from the bank, you want to be able to make sure whatever business that you invest that money in is giving you enough money to pay for the loan and put some money in your pocket. If it's not doing that, it's a bad debt.
All right.
You are listening to Money Matters Podcast. Step into a world full of worth and financial intelligence. Dedicated to bringing awareness, empowering the world to financial freedom and personal development.
Welcome to the Money Matters Podcast. I go by the name Clever Pinero. I'm in the studio with a professional investor, Alex. And today we're going to be talking about money-making machines. What's going on, Alex?
Not much, man. Money-making machine, that sounds good, man. Let's get to it.
What's a money-making machine, though?
Anything that generates income for you.
So any individual could own a money-making machine?
Hey, if you want it as bad as I do, you look to get one.
Wow. We're going to be talking about assets and liabilities. If you're seriously trying to achieve financial freedom or trying to free yourself from the day-to-day hustle of going to work every day, getting paid, and what to do with your money, you want to know the difference between assets and liabilities.
These are some big business terms, man.
You know, Robert Kiyosaki, he described assets as anything that puts money in your pocket. So anything that puts money in your pocket is considered as an asset.
All right. I can see that.
And he also describes anything that takes money from you as a liability. Anything, even if it takes a penny from you, is a liability. So you want to be able to understand this concept first before you could even move on and try to create any money-making machine. So any asset that generate money for you, that keeps money in your pocket, it's a money-making machine because it's going to keep making money for you every day, every month, throughout the whole year. So that is where your focus should be.
I got a question. If I took a loan from the bank to start a business and it's making me money, what would that make it? An asset or a liability?
Well, it depends on what kind of business you're doing. If you take a loan from the bank,
I just got into some type of business that's giving me money.
The business is giving you money. Are you making enough money every month or every week to pay for the loan that you took from the bank?
I just make money.
No, but you have to be able to make enough money to pay for the loan every month and have some left.
So what if I'm not making enough to pay for that loan?
Then it's not an asset because it's taking money away from you. You're not paying for the loan and you're not making enough money. No, that's a bad debt.
So that makes it a bad debt.
Makes it a bad debt because you take a loan from the bank. You want to be able to make sure whatever business that you invest that money in is giving you enough money to pay for the loan and put some money in your pocket. If it's not doing that, it's a bad debt.
All right.
So, you know, most of these rich people out there, they all like buy assets and assets generate money for them. They buy other assets and the assets generate money for them. They buy other assets. And that's what we call money-making machines. You know? That is why we're not talking about having a counterfeit machine in a house to make money. We're talking about real money-making machines, legal money-making machines, which is purchasing multiple assets, you know, using the money that each asset generate to purchase another asset on top of another asset on top of another asset. That's how the rich keep being rich because they have all this money to buy assets.
At what point do you spend on pleasures?
The only time you spend money on your pleasures and other luxury items and stuff like that is when your assets generate money for you. When the assets generate so much money for you, then you use that money to purchase your liabilities, your cars, your TVs, your smartphones, your video games, whatever luxury item that you fantasize, you could use the money from the assets to purchase that. You never use the money that you just earn to purchase that. That is a big mistake.
So pretty much before I start looking into investing in like things that will make me pleasurable, I should at least have some type of money generating machine or some type of an asset that generates money for me to take care of that expense.
Yep. You don't just what is the sense in going to work, getting paid, and you use the money that you just earned to buy 72-inch TV to keep in the house. What sense does that make?
And that would make me feel good. But those things would make me feel good too. So at the end of the day, I do the hard work myself, so I have to enjoy the fruit of my labor.
Well, you're not thinking about trying to be financially free, because if you're trying to achieve financial freedom, you're not gonna spend your money that way. You're gonna put your money into any kind of asset that's gonna generate money for you. Then you use the money that you earn from those assets to purchase whatever you want. At that point, you don't gotta explain anything to anybody. Whatever you want, whatever makes sense to you, you spend your money on that.
Definitely, you don't want to be a slave to the corporate world for the rest of your life. At some point, you would want to stop working and enjoy the returns on your investments. But if you keep spending on these things, then you're always going to be playing that catch-up game. You're always going to be falling behind. Because if the little you make, you go spend it on some of these things. And most of the things that you just mentioned are things that you have to keep servicing.
Right.
And if you're going to keep servicing these things, you need money to keep servicing them.
Yeah,
and so the little that you make on paydays, you're already about to give it away, because you probably, if you had that car on installment basis, you're going to have to be making that monthly payment. You got that big old TV. You still probably, sometimes people do use credit cards and bank store cards to purchase them.
You're going to be paying for the cable company too.
You have to put cable on top of it. And all these other things, stores and these businesses are getting wiser too. They will let you know, hey, we will give you 2 years with no interest free for 24 months this month, but that's still money coming out of your pocket.
They're making you think that, I'm not paying no interest on it, so let me get it.
And I'm not paying for it up front, so it should be good. All right, you're not paying for it up front, but this is money that's going to be going away from you every time you make money. All right, so if let's say you have these things, you have a car that you're paying $300-400 for every month. All right, you can save and purchase maybe one for $2,000-3,000 straight up and pay for it without having to burn that monthly payments.
You don't want that.
And if you don't have that, that's extra cash flow for you every month.
Yep.
And this is money that could be put towards your investments and savings for the day, or for some day when you don't want to go to work. You could just sit back and relax, because you know that you're going to be generating money from your investments.
Yeah, purchasing an asset is like basically purchasing a mango tree. If you have a mango tree, you know that every year the mango tree is going to provide you with mangoes.
Exactly.
And every year you can just count on it.
Exactly.
But if you don't have the mango tree and you just go purchase a mango from the supermarket, that's it. You already thought you spend
every
that
time
money,
you want mango, you're gonna have to walk to the supermarket. You're gonna have to come out of your pocket.
No.
But if you buy that tree, that's it. When every year that mango is gonna be given because of the tree you have. You have the source.
Right.
So now, pretty much, I think what you're trying to say is whatever we spend on, we should ask ourselves that question: is this gonna be making us money, or is it gonna be taking away money from us?
You gotta ask that question.
And if it's the latter, then you have to think twice about what the move that you're about to make.
You gotta think twice about every move. Whenever money is involved, you gotta think twice about it.
All right. So if you're not comfortable, if you're not sure that this is going to be making you extra money every day, every month, every week, then you have to consider your action that you're about to get on.
Yeah. And there's multiple asset classes that you could focus on if you're trying to buy assets. One is business. You could start owning your own business, create a company that will generate money for you.
Definitely. Yep.
Number 2 would be real estate.
Okay.
You purchase a rental property that people could rent.
Get your own rental property, or come together with a group of people and get in together.
Yeah, you could make money every month while you build equity on the property. So it's a smart way. Number 3, paper assets. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, savings, stuff like that.
Yeah, some of these things, the paper
assets.
The paper assets, if you're not very comfortable or don't have enough knowledge to get into it yourself, find a
You got to talk to a
broker,
a broker or
and
someone
these guys, those who are
get a financial advisor
yes.
you on that.
Get these guys.
So you can spend your money on these stocks, and a lot of people make money from that. So
a lot of people are making that side gig money from it.
Yeah, the number 4 is commodities, like oil, gold, silver, diamonds, guns. All these things you can invest your money on there. Gold. Gold is like the real money,
Yep.
That money never goes anywhere. That's like God's money,
Yeah.
So you want to spend your money on that, and the prices goes up. You make more money on that.
Sit back, do your research, and wherever you come,
do your research.
You get into it.
Do your research and try to purchase more assets and make money from your assets, and not stay away from liabilities. When you start making money from your assets, then you start. You could buy anything you want.
Yeah, we have to equip ourselves with that information to know what is an asset and what is a liability. Once we know the difference between the two, I think we're gonna be on our way to being successful and financial freedom.
Yep. So let's start purchasing assets from today, so we could get out of this rat race.
That's it. You guys do it.
That's all for today's, folks. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and we'll see you some other time.
That's all for today. Until we meet again next time, never stop learning. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to our channel. Email us at themoneymatterspodcast@gmail.com.